I watch a lot Pokemon Nuzlocke videos lately. And it caught my interest, so I wanted to try it too. Why did I do this to myself? I played Pokemon casually until now, so it was something new, except my video last year, but let's be honest, it was bad. So I wanted a bit more of a challenge, by only playing with one type, and I chose Poison, because the Poison type contains one of my, if not my favorite Pokemon, Skuntank. God, I love you so much. Pokemon Sword seemed like a game I wanted to do this challenge on. It was a terrible mistake, because I only played through it one time and I don't know anything about the game, and it was probably the biggest pool of Pokemon to choose from for a Poison type challenge. Shield has more, but I don't own Shield. So if you don't know what Nuzlocking is, I can't help you, cause it's probably the most click gaining run on YouTube. So here are the standard words. If a Pokemon is dead, it's dead and can't be used anymore. I don't know about those rules. Let's see my extra rules. They are a lot more interesting. So my rules are, I can only use poison types as soon as I get one. I'm allowed to use items, I forgot it more than enough times, and the game is on set mode. I got overleveled 2 times in the game, so don't judge it. It was at the beginning where I needed to catch my Pokemon. In the league it was forced cause there were a lot of battles in a row, like the gym leader re-battles and against, I don't know what her name is, but the side help chick from Rose, I don't know. My capture card is shit, so don't judge me for the bad quality. Wooloo! I love Wooloo. At the start of the game, I chose Scorbunny as my starter. There's no real reason why. I never chose it before, so I took it. After the long and not boring at all 45-minute intro... I caught my first Pokemon Oddish. I named it Seed. Oh yeah. And I caught a Stunky right after and named it Stinky. I destroyed Hop, nothing too interesting, then went to the Galamine and beat up Beat. The first gym leader fight was here. I destroyed his Gossifleur with Seed's Acid and his Eldegoss with 2 Max Ooze, so I obtained my first badge. Now, let's head to the next gym. Oh ho ho, who is this? Yes, my cat wanted some love. Now that this is done, let's liberate the second gym. I got myself the free Toxel from the daycare and named it Spork. Oh, and I also got Garbo, the Trubbish. Nessa was nothing too serious. It was a complete sweep with Seed, which evolved into Gloom before the fight. In the Marnie fight, I lost my just obtained Toxel. For Kabu, I realized too late that I could have catch 2 water types, Qwilfish and Marianne, before fighting him, so I lost my Trubbish and had a hard time fighting him. I started a catching spree on the way to Hammerlock. I catched Skorupi, named it Scorpy, Roselia, named it Pain, tried 30 minutes to fish a Qwilfish, I named it Quilly, a Marianne that I named the Needle, and a Haunter, which I called Wow. I was fighting a random trainer and lost my Wow instant to a stupid Sudowoodo. After this loss, I backtracked to Motostoke outskirts to catch myself a Coughing, which I named Gasbags. Next up is Bia, the fighting type leader. He starts with Hitmontop and I send out Seed to take it out quick. The second Pokemon is Pangoro, which I also made quick work of. Next is her Surfetch, and it was a fast sweep too. So now she brings out her last Pokemon, Machamp, which gave me a tough fight. So I stalled one Dynamax round with Quilly and then realized that Gasbags has a high defense stat too, so I sent it in to Dynamax it and attacked the Machamp. 2 Starfalls and 1 Max Ooze were enough to defeat the Machamp. So I got my 4th badge. The 5th gym is against Opal, and the Togekiss gave me a rough time cause it destroyed Pain, Gasbags and Quilly. So now I was down to 4 Pokemon. I changed the date to a time where it is sunny so I can get myself a Salandit, which I named Last Hope, cause to this point I didn't wanted to use the DLCs. It's time for the 6th gym battle against Scordy, and there is nothing to talk about. I swept through his team with Seed and took on Colossal with Needle. Now's the time where I gave up, in trying not to use the DLCs, cause I realized for me it would be impossible to take on the 8th gym with just 5 Pokemon. So I went to the Isle of Armor, got myself a Mungus, which I named Fungi, and Venipede, which I called Katie. I also got a Tentacool and named it Cool 10, cause you know, 10s are cool, I guess. Seventh, oh my god. Seventh gym time against Pierce, and this was also a fight which was somewhat easy. The only thing that happened is that I used 2 X attacks to one-hit KO his Obstagoon with X Scissors. Time for the last gym against Rayhan and his not dragon type Pokemon. But before this happens, I got a little bit scared how the fight will go. So I prepared myself for the first time in this entire challenge. Back then, I caught myself the Slowpoke you get at the Wedgehurst train station to get myself Slowbro. For that, I needed to collect 8 Galarica Twigs to make myself the Galarica Curl. And you wonder why I did that? Well, that's because I got the TM for Avalanche and Never Melt Ice to handle his Flygon. Now, to the fight. I started with Slow and Needle. I obliterated his Flygon with Avalanche, then had a hard time with his Sandaconda and Gigalith. My Needle died during this, so I sent out Katie to take out Sandaconda. Then I threw away my Slow, cause all the other Pokemon would be more useful in my eyes, so I got the Gigalith and sold Slow to get in a new Pokemon. I chose Seed to handle his Duraludon and switched Katie with Scorpy, cause Scorpy got the higher defense. I took out his Duraludon with 3 max overgrowths. On the way to Winden, I got Seed killed cause I forgot to switch it out. I got Bulbasaur to replace Seed and named it Champ. We skipped the Marnie and Hop fights cause nothing interesting happened there. In the fight against Bia, I lost Champ, so I replaced him with Fungi, the Amoonguss. In the Rose fight, I one-shotted everything with Last Hope cause I prepared myself well, and nothing notable happened. The last fight of the main game starts against champion Leon. I started with Last Hope to cross his Aegislash. Next was his Hexorus. I switched to Cool Tent cause I teached her Dazzling Gleam, but it got one-shotted by Earthquake. Next, I sent in Fungi. Used Outrage. It did a lot of damage, but luckily for me, Effect Spore activates and sent Hexorus to sleep. It was asleep for 3 turns. This was enough to take it out with 3 energy balls. Now he sent in Dragapult. I sacrificed Fungi to use Scorpy. After 2 Night Slashes, his Dragapult was done. So he sent in Inteleon. Scorpy almost died but survived on 2 HP. So I healed it up and used 2 Cross Poison to defeat it. For his second last Pokemon he had Mr. Rhyme. So I healed up Scorpy and took it out with 3 Night Slashes. I sacrificed Scorpy to safely switch in Stinky. I got his ace Charizard with 2 Max Darkness. And this was it. I won against the champion. So that's it for the video. I had so much fun doing a video like this again and play through Pokemon while doing a challenge, even though I never did a real Nuzlocke. Seeing all my fails or wrong decisions had me thinking about doing preparations more often. Playing through Sword a second time was also interesting, cause I didn't know anything about the game anymore, and I think I will maybe doing more of these things in the future. If you watched the entire video and made it this far, please let me know in the comments. I would like to see some critique or what I can do better next time. And if you liked the video, please consider liking the video and subscribe to my channel for more. I do a lot of variety content. That's it for me. Have a great day and I see you in the next video.